You can see we've seized nearly $10 million in cocaine and crystal methamphetamine from a vehicle near Drumheller late last week. In November of 2019, we received information from partner agencies indicating that a Calgary resident may have been involved in the transportation of drugs across Canada. The Calgary Police Service Gang Enforcement Team initiated an investigation utilizing several covert resources. And as a result of evidence gathered during that investigation, we gained the grounds to search the subject. On Thursday, January 30th of this year, the suspect stopped his vehicle near Dorothy, Alberta. With the assistance from the Drumheller RCMP, we took the driver into custody without incident. A subsequent search of the vehicle led to the seizure of what's before you, which is exactly 46.9 kilograms of cocaine in uncut bricks, with a wholesale value of an estimated $2.4 million, which translates into a street value of an estimated $4.69 million. As well, there's also 47.5 kilograms of crystal methamphetamine, wholesale value of an estimated $2.38 million, and a street value estimated at $4.75 million. Jacob Cody Newman, 33 years, of Calgary, is charged with 2 counts of possession for the purpose of trafficking. He will appear in court on Friday, February 7th of this year.
Questions?
To put it in perspective, almost $10 million, is this the biggest one in the last month or the last 6 months, or how in perspective, how big is this?
It's a very large seizure for us. Typically, we don't see seizures of this size, even though we know people are trafficking in large amounts. Between the work of the gang enforcement team, we were very fortunate to be able to come across this and intercept this shipment before it's able to hit the streets.
So the biggest, though, in about the past, roughly how long do you think?
Without knowing for sure, I would say it's probably one of the largest seizures that an independent CPS unit has had within probably the last 20 years.
I'm no drug expert, so is this like pure stuff and then they cut it down and make more, or is this the way it would be go to the street? So is what would be on the street end up to be like twice the amount?
Right, so that's why you end up with the different dollar amounts. So all of this stuff has yet to be processed, packaged, or divvied out into saleable amounts. And then that's why the price skyrockets.
Do you know how it came into Canada and where it came from?
At this point, I'm not 100% sure. The investigation's still ongoing. We're still trying to cover all the avenues and find out the origin and all of the people who are associated to it.
So you say taking it across Canada, which direction, maybe from where to where?
So initially this shipment came out of Ontario and is destined for Alberta.
To Calgary? Specifically, or just
Alberta for sure.
Was it concealed inside the vehicle at all, or just kind of laying out in the open?
It was in some bags in the back of a pickup truck.
Can you elaborate on how you worked together with some of those other police agencies and how that work led to this seizure?
I can't go into great detail about it, but this individual, Newman, had been identified by both Winnipeg and Edmonton and shared that information amongst themselves and obviously with us. And since he is a resident of Calgary, we were able to corroborate and expand on the information and end up with the charges that we have.
So you've been also known to police before?
As far as I know, he has a very limited criminal history, but he has been transporting We believe probably large amounts similar to this, probably for at least the last year.
It's not likely that he was acting alone in this, so what are the next steps to try to figure out what type of network he was part of, or who else could be responsible for this?
Right. So since it's still an ongoing investigation, there's many avenues we need to look at. We need to find out who the group or groups are and who's involved, and who actually, for the lack of a better terms, ordered all of the drugs, and who is, I guess, financially out the money, and who has fronted it.
So this thing, the gang enforcement, this is a part of gang activity?
Technically, yes. All sort of, drug activity is part of an organized crime response. Drugs fuel the violence within our city. It drives crime, and it takes a well-run network, whether you want to call them organized or not, to be able to distribute large amounts of drugs such as this.